Okay, I'm trying not to make this a 20-minute video like I did previously. But um okay, yeah. So my reaction to the video was pretty much like this. Like I really didn't have a reaction, I'd say. I I definitely did was thinking a lot when he was, talking. And it was pretty much just me like that because I mean, a lot of what he said was true about me. Um, Not that it was about like yeah, okay, you know what I mean. But a lot of what he said was like definitely like I can relate to, you know. Unfortunately, I am a quitter. I quit a lot of things, and that's, to me that's the easiest route to take is when life gets hard or when something gets rough, quit. Move on, and that's I definitely I'm very guilty of doing that. Um and like the thing about math, like he said he was bad at math, and or he said in general, I guess, when someone says they're bad at math, it's because they didn't study. And it kind of made this is the first time I actually thought about it, but yeah, I really didn't study in school for math. I mean, I was terrible at math. I mean, I passed algebra 2 with a D, and I honestly think that he boosted that to, a D instead of an F because my teacher really didn't want to see me struggle again for another year with him. And it was hard because, no matter what he did, I really just didn't I did not have any effort in that class. Didn't care. I slept in that class. And I think he was very frustrated with that because it's just I did when the times that I would try and ask for help, he was kind of conflicted because he's like, I know I want to help her, but like she's not gonna help herself. She's not really gonna use this information, and I never did. No matter how many times he tried to help me after I've asked for help, I never really used that. Further on, I didn't care, and that's embarrassing to me. It was it kind of when he was talking in the video about just not being. Oh, I'm gonna reposition myself. About like not being successful or like doing everything he can. Um, what was I saying? I'm gonna reword that. Um, when he's talking in the video about doing everything he can to become successful, like literally sacrificing everything, like food, sleep, because that's extra time you could be spending becoming successful. Um, or spending that extra time, put towards you know learning more and doing your homework, and you gotta sacrifice that sleep, and I spend 12 hours a day sleeping sometimes when I could be doing my homework, and that's not something I want to continue. That's a bad habit I want to give up, right now today. Same with my phone, being on my phone too much. I just looked at my phone like log, like how many times I'm on my phone a day, or like my weekly log or my daily log. Last week I was on my phone about 17 hours. 17 hours a day. That was my average. That's way more. That if that doesn't tell you that I don't spend my life on my phone, then I don't know what does. Um, Besides my grades too. I mean, my grades are poor. I mean, I've got C's in all of my classes currently, and it's the same situation for most of my classes, and I definitely don't want to make an excuse. I try to avoid making excuses for saying, oh, well, and I don't want to make my teachers, feel like, sorry for me, or, or make them think that I'm trying to like get them to like give me extra credit, even though they don't, give extra credit. I really do want to avoid that, because I want them to be aware that I'm self-aware, of the poor job that I'm doing, and I want to do better, and I I definitely don't want to make that a habit, like I've been making it a habit, and I know that if I don't get off of this, you know, train wreck currently, like if I don't get off this train wreck, then it's gonna get worse, and it's gonna get bad quickly. I know how I am, and I know, like, if I'm showing no interest, no effort, in the beginning, then it's not gonna come later on. So while while I'm still able to catch up, on, because I think I'm only we've only had a few chapters, I think, for this class, and then same with my other classes, and I haven't taken as thorough notes as I want to, and I haven't even taken notes in the other class, and I definitely want to. And while I'm still ahead, I have the time. I know I've got the time to get that in and spend time studying. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's my plan. I'm gonna spend more time studying, just like he said, because I am very guilty, of being that person that he described in the video as being a slacker, being, a sissy that really just makes an excuse for everything, quits everything, and that's not someone I want to be. And I'm very embarrassed and ashamed by it. And my facial reactions when he was talking in the video was just kind of like yeah, that's me. And it's not funny because it's not. I mean, it's funny because it's like this is a kind of like a moment. It's kind of like, where you're self-aware moment. It's just kind of like, damn, like, wow, that's incredibly sad. I'm not as intelligent, as I could be, and I know I could be a lot more intelligent. It's just I don't utilize my time. I spend my time on my phone more than I do studying, and I know I could know a lot more, and I know I could, do a lot better in my classes if I spent that time studying. And I gotta give up those 12 hours. Well, I guess those extra 6 hours of sleep to study, or to get ahead of homework in my classes, like I said I wanted to do in the beginning of the school year, and I didn't do, but I still can. I'm not at the end yet. We're still in the beginning, so I've got the time. I just gotta use it instead of sleeping, or instead of being on my phone. So yeah, I definitely am. It definitely was a self-aware moment, in a learning moment, that like, hey, this is what you're doing. This is, the bad habits, that are going to continue to occur if I don't do anything about them right now, because I'm not going to be successful, like he said. And that's what I want to be. I want to be a successful businesswoman, and you got to get ahead in that, and especially since I struggle a lot more with, assignments, considering I never spent time when I was younger studying, so I know a lot less than what I should at my age right now. And if I did put that time in when I was younger, I could probably get my homework knocked out in 30 minutes rather than 4 hours. And that's it. It's embarrassing, but yeah, definitely a self-aware moment, and some good advice that I'm gonna use. And I'm gonna limit, or get rid of any distractions that could possibly get in the way of me becoming successful, because I do want to give everything and anything to my education, and my career and my degree. And if that's what I gotta do to sacrifice, to really put that time in and that effort in, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, thank you.